again with another video of mine. You all know me. I'm Mona Lisa Joshi, the founder and director of Chrysanthemum Chronicles, a contemporary publishing house that I run from New Delhi. And today I'm back again with another of my excerpt reading series that I have been doing for this book, To Frida with Love. This is a chapbook of 8 vignettes, and all the vignettes are candid conversation between the canvas and Frida. And this is how the prompt was given, as I've mentioned earlier. So today I'm going to read out the 5th vignette from this book, which has been written by Rohini Jayanti, and she's a very good friend of mine from Facebook, and also she runs her own platform called Story Pond, where they do great literary events, and they are also building a community of good literary people. And whatever reasons and things are happening for literature, it always fills my heart with joy. So I wish to congratulate her as well for this beautiful journey that she has started, and I wish her all the very best and success. And also thank you for being part of this book and writing for it. And I really feel honored that because of all the writers, this book has come to life. And this is our very first chapbook from my publishing house, and it's very cheap. You can just grab it for rupees 150 from Amazon, and Flipkart has even given 30% off, so you get at a very discounted price. So don't think too much, just grab it. It's a very light read, and I'm giving you reasons for grabbing this book today. So before I start the vignette, let me give you a little more about Frida Kahlo. Well, I have told you that now she got married for the second time with Diego, and she also had her art exhibit in Mexique, in Paris. Now, after getting married, they came back again to their maiden land, to Mexico, to La Casa Azul, Frida's maiden home. And from here, because now she became quite popular among the circle of her artist friends, and she was quite familiar as a name now, and she was getting counted in among the surrealist artists of her time. So she now became, from being an artist only, now she became a professor, and she started her non-formal school of arts, where she was tutoring some of the art students who were quite keen to learn from her way of candid portraits, how she made the self-portraits. Although she was taking some of the commission and grant pieces by now, but her major subject remained her self-portraits, which she did with great precision, perfectness. I'm sorry, a blooper. And then she was creating great artwork, not only artwork, but she was also a great person from heart, because she was candid about everything. Whatever was in her heart, she spoke it out. So that's how her art pieces were, absolutely candid, and expressed all of her true emotions, raw emotions, and where she explored many things of like erotica even, and her past, her experiences of not ever being able to get pregnant. So all these past, not only past emotions, but her present also, the emotions, the desires which did not get fulfilled, she tried to bring them out through her portraits. And you know what, the most important thing that I read about her is that Pablo Picasso, who was a great artist himself, was a great critic, and it was not easy for the artists to impress him of his times as well. And Frida also fell into that time zone, and he got so impressed by Frida's art during her art exhibit, that he became very good friend of hers, and they started sharing a good friendship bond with each other. And he was a great appreciator of her art pieces, and he called it more like a dream, where she expressed her emotion that I don't paint my dream or my nightmare, it is only the reality that I live through. So among her circle were Dali, and there were some writers as well, like Hemingway and some other writers, but she was becoming popular. And then now she has started her own non-formal school of art, where she was teaching the students as well, and she called them little Fridas, or the Fridas who were learning. So whatever, because she always wanted to have a child So that love, that motherly love, she poured among those students who came to learn, and she was very loving, because in the first day itself she told them that I'm not a teacher here, I'm more like your friend. So the students enjoyed learning from her, and then it was just a little far from her house, and they served their pulque. Pulque is a Mexican alcoholic beverage, and it was a place where pulque was served. So they had a grand opening, and all the walls were painted by the students of Frida, and they enjoyed having a grand opening of it, where many of the great artist friends of hers came and celebrated that day. So more I will tell you through my other videos. So here I start with the 5th vignette written by Rohini Jayanti, and I'm really enjoying these special edition videos because it's really going to come out to an end very soon, because there are only 2 more vignettes that I have to read, and then I will start with a very close book that is written by me, Demigods Are Alive. So before I start doing those, let me finish this one, the Excerpt Reading Series from this book, and I hope by the time I end this series, the special edition series, you would be grabbing this book and reviewing it on Amazon as well. So here I go. The title is The Canvas, My Anchor by Rohini Jayanti. Can anyone hear me? I yelled in agony. No voice came out, or so I thought. It was an eerie sort of tranquility, as if the world was encased in a cocoon. A state of raw abandonment swallowed my sanity. I was completely and utterly alone in my mind, body and soul, and most of all, I was entirely alone in the world. Oh dear, in your adventure story, you are the hero. I looked all around the room. There was nothing except the art on the gallery walls that I saw as Polaroids of emotion. A sort of communication. I understood. It was my soul upon the canvas, a story of pain and shattered hope that was trying to tell me something in a language I knew at my birth. I know there will be difficulties, heartache and loss along the way, Frida, it went on. There would be more mental pain than you think a soul could bear. But reassure yourself that you must stand alone and steady. Always remember, a falcon never stumbles. Don't you know that my affections were betrayed and my heart remained in a shattered disarray of pieces? Haven't you seen that I've become a shock absorber for the frustrations of my immediate world? The pain of being abused in the past has become a shard in my guts and has choked the breath from my body and short-circuited my mind. All that remains is a deceiving hollow soul that has clouded my thoughts and brought me to a halt, I cried. The canvas fluttered. Your courage is the only medicine and the only light in the darkness, and a lone star in the empty sky of your life. You have learned to fly solo and yet fly to new heights and see new views. When one can appreciate serenity and accept the quiet day as a blank canvas, the room before you can be like the sky to a bird. You don't know. I've lived my entire life being the victim of my own emotions. Sadness trained me rather than skating over my skin. I was entangled with my belief system and my way of being. I lived my entire life being the victim of my emotions and grew tired of being at the mercy of them. I'm unable to manage the potent negativity. I'm unaware of the need for more damage, and I'm caught up in their need for attention. I feel emotionally bankrupt, and the void envelops my mind in a swirling blackness. Hopes and dreams are annihilated. The sensation of being inside is indescribable. You have no idea what I'm going through. I took a pause and put myself on mute, experiencing the feeling of loneliness all over again. It was like a void of darkness. So here I will stop. And this was the vignette written by Rohini Jayanti, and I really feel very proud to be the publisher of this book. And the reason more proud comes is because this book has actually traveled to her home, La Casa Azul, which is now a museum. So this is a really something that is giving all the writers not only the moment of joy but proud, but something that I also as a publisher never expected that this step would also come into our lives. So thank you all the writers And now it's your turn to make those writers happy and also support my publishing house and support me as a woman entrepreneur. So support me and also my publishing house by picking this book up. It's a very light read. You will finish it in one day. So go ahead, grab it today from Amazon or Flipkart and don't forget to review it. I'll wait for a review. Have a great time all. Bye.